everyone, welcome back to Our World TV. Today we are covering the case of Gabby Petito, a 22-year-old social media influencer who went on a cross-country trip with her fiancé, 23-year-old Brian Laundrie. She goes missing and he returns alone. What really happened to Gabby Petito and her now missing fiancé?
Gabby Petito never goes outside.
Gabby Petito and fiancé Brian Laundrie were a young couple with a thirst for adventure. Gabby and Brian were documenting their cross-country adventure on social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram, wanting to share their adventures with the world. In late August, their social media posts slowed down, and so did their communication, and now, unfortunately, Gabby is dead, Brian is missing and wanted by police. In early July, Gabby and Brian set off for a life-changing trip across the USA, in their little white van documenting everything along the way. For more than a month, they made a trip across the United States, stopping at some of the country's most breathtaking natural wonders, making memories that were meant to last a lifetime.
We are right outside Capitol Reef right now in a free dispersed camp spot, and we've been lucky so far at all the places we've stayed, but I'd say this is one of the best so far. Since we left New York, I've only set up my hammock once, and now we're all the way in Utah, and luckily enough I was able to set up my hammock in one of these trees.
And we're kind of like in the desert.
Very few trees.
On Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, Gabby and Brian shared with their followers pictures and videos of all the sites they visited and keeping everyone up to date on their latest whereabouts.
Hello, and good morning. It is really nice and sunny today. So me and Brian just got up and got ready, made the bed in the tent, set up. I think our plan for today is to just hang out here in the tent. Brian's stretching, doing some morning yoga. I love the van.
On August 12th, things would take a turn.
Grant County Sheriff's Office.
Were you able to get a description of the intoxication?
Hi, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And we're driving by, and I'd like to report a domestic dispute. Florida with a white van, Florida license plate, white land, gentleman,
Where's
about
it at?
5'6", beard. They just drove off. They're going down Main Street. They made a right onto Main Street from Moonflower.
Or what were they doing?
Cooperative, but what'd you say?
What were they doing?
We drove by, and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes, and then we stopped. They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off.
Okay, you said it's a white van?
White van. I can give you the license plate if you give me 1 sec.
Currently doing 45 miles an hour. Zone through here is 25. Oh! Subject just hit the curb.
Officers were called to reports of disorderly conduct. They encountered Gabby and Brian in Moab City, Utah.
Guys' names?
Gabby.
Gabby, Brian, okay.
Brian tells police that Gabby got frustrated because she was trying to start a blog she had been working on for hours. He said that they got into a fight when he got into the van with dirty feet.
You just got worked up because you're trying to get going and get our day going because you want to go like Archie before this time.
Gabby explains to officers that she has anxiety and OCD.
Some days I have really bad OCD.
Brian is determined to play the victim and pleads with officers not to press charges.
I'm fine, and I love Gabby. I hope she doesn't have too many complaints about me.
Distressed and talking through tears, it is very clear that Gabby is not okay. For more than an hour, police officers went back and forth between the pair, and despite a witness seeing Brian assault Gabby, these officers checked him for injuries. And why is he so calm? He is apologetic to police, almost trying to diffuse the situation when police try to talk to him about what happened, but he instantly puts the blame on her. Police ask the two to separate for the night. They take Brian to a hotel and give Gabby the keys to the van. The next day, Brian posts photos tagged in Arches National Park and then in Moab. A week after the altercation, Gabby posts, but it is unclear where the couple is in terms of location. She also posts her first and only YouTube video for her blog on their channel Nomadic Static. It appears to chronicle the couple's relationship and travels. On October 25th, Gabby posts her last Instagram post writing "Happy Halloween," posing in front of a mural holding a pumpkin in north of Salt Lake City, Utah. Then on the 27th of August, the Bethune family were trying to find a camping spot for the night in the Spread Creek camping area near Grand Teton National Park. The vlogger Jen Bethune said that the van they passed by appeared to be the converted camper van that Petito and her fiancé, person of interest Brian Laundrie, were using to travel, but police had not confirmed that it was hers. Then 2 days later, on the 29th of August,
I picked up Brian.
A woman claims that they picked up a hitchhiker from Cutler Bay Village south of Tenton.
He approached us asking us for a ride because he needed to go to Jackson, which we were going to Jackson that night.
This happened about 5:30 p.m. After seeing social media videos, she now identifies that person as Brian. On the 30th of August, Gabby's mother receives a text from Gabby, but she believes she didn't send it. She called her grandfather Stan in the text, which Gabby would never do. This seemed odd to her mother. On September 1st, Brian arrives in Northport, Florida with the white van and without Gabby. She is reported missing by her parents on September 11th. That same day, the van is processed for evidence at the home that the two shared with Brian's parents. Brian does not want to talk to the police or the FBI. On September 15th, Brian is named a person of interest to the case. The police chief pleads with the Laundrie family to speak with them, but at the time, Brian was not there.
Went on a trip, one person returned, and that person that returned isn't providing us any information.
Police and Gabby's family plead with the Laundrie family to speak up, but they have kept silent. Then Brian's sister speaks to the news.
Me and my family want Gabby to be found safe. She's like a sister, and my children love her, and all I want is for her to come home safe and sound, and this to be just a big misunderstanding.
On September 17th, the Laundries call police to report Brian missing. They claim they last saw him Tuesday, September the 14th. It was said that Brian allegedly went for a hike in a 25,000-acre nature reserve in the Sarasota area on Tuesday, the last time the family had seen him. Now there were searches for two missing people, Gabby and Brian. Then came the heartbreaking news.
Forensic identification has not been completed to confirm 100% that we found Gabby, but her family has been notified of this discovery.
Authorities say law enforcement have found a body they believe fits the description of Gabby. Days later, the coroners confirmed the body did belong to Gabby and that she died by manner of homicide. The coroner said that the manner of death was still pending. I believe that it is finally concluded, but by the time of the recording of this video, they are still yet to release that information to the public. Now Brian Laundrie has a warrant out for his arrest for using someone else's debit card. It has not been said who the card belongs to, but people are speculating that it belonged to Gabby and that this card was used after her death. Brian is named as a person of interest in an FBI homicide investigation. question is, where is Brian Laundrie now? He seems to be on the run. In my opinion, this is mere speculation. His parents know a lot more than what they are letting on. Since Brian's disappearance, there has been multiple sightings across the country, but most have led to dead ends. Police also conducted a search for him at the Carlton Nature Reserve in Sarasota County after he told his family he was going for a hike, but authorities have since called off the search. Authorities have urged anyone with information about Laundrie's whereabouts to come forward. Special Agent Michael Schneider issued a statement and said, "The FBI's commitment to justice is in the forefront of each and every investigation. The FBI and our partners remain dedicated to ensuring anyone responsible for or complicit in Miss Petito's death is held accountable for their actions." Mr. Brian Laundrie has been named a person of interest. Anyone with information concerning Mr. Laundrie's role in this matter or his current whereabouts should contact the FBI. Please contact the FBI if you have any information that is crucial to the case. Details are on the screen now. Furthermore, Dog the Bounty Hunter is joining the search for Brian Laundrie, the only person in connection with Gabby Petito's disappearance. Saturday afternoon, the reality star was seen banging on the screen door of the Northport home Brian shares with his parents. The ongoing search for Brian Laundrie has now turned into a manhunt. The case is ongoing, and we will discuss so much more in our next video about this case, as there is so much to cover. Please share your thoughts and comments in the comment section below, and join the family here at Our World TV. Please leave a comment, follow us on all social media, and subscribe. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to be following this case fully until we get full justice for Gabby, so please stay connected with us. In the meantime, please check out some of the other cases we have covered, and we will update you soon on this case on Gabby Petito, so please look out for that. While you're here, please smash that subscribe button as well as the little bell notification right next to the subscribe button so you can get notified as soon as we upload a video. You can also follow us on all social media. Links are listed below. Please check out other great cases we have covered as well. And we got other great content to follow. Much love from our world to yours.